Chapter 7 Narcissistic Minds Part 3. My ex-partner was two-timing me with a third party and used me to get what he wanted out of me. He thought that he could come and go when it pleased him, see and or date other people while still seeing me, stealing from me financially, doing a runner by ghosting me, doing spell work and dark magic on me. His other partner doing spell work and dark magic on me. Getting other practitioners to do spell work and dark magic on me. Laughing about me, mocking me, publicly ridiculing me, defaming my name, slandering me and backstabbing me, saying things that were not true about me. After I left my ex-partner, his fear was that other people might be attracted to me because he wanted to keep me all for himself. If that's not self-centered, then what is? He wanted to spoil my reputation so that other men wouldn't be interested in me. He tried to make me look like the bad person so he could save face with everyone else to protect his own reputation when he was in the wrong. He thought that if other men weren't interested in me, that I would be starved sexually. From my experience, when you are going through a dark night of the soul, you are not interested in that. You are not interested in dating anyone. I remained celibate. It was hard enough focusing on myself, let alone anyone else. It was time for me to get selfish with me again. It was about self-care and righteousness, not self-righteousness. Unfortunately, my ex-partner is self-righteous, condescending, arrogant, rude, and hurtful. What did I do in all this? What was my crime? I remained humble. I was never arrogant. I didn't retaliate in any way, and I did not seek revenge. When we were together, I always tried to raise him up, and it went to his head. It fed his ego. He was thinking to himself, this is what I'll do to get back at her. If I can have her when she feels this way about me, then someone else will feel that way too. I'm going to get myself someone better than her. I'll just replace her, that's what I'll do. I'll find someone better, I'll show her. My ex-partner was one-upping me. He didn't care and wasn't bothered about me. He was continuing to live and enjoy his life with the third party. He was angry with me because I ended the relationship with him. He was seeking revenge on me for embarrassing him. And this unexpectedly threw his and the third party's plans into chaos. They were malevolently trying to steal everything from me, whether that was monetarily, materialistically, or spiritually. In addition to all this, also trying to unalive me via dark magic. Their plans will not succeed. Praise the Lord. On the contrary, if they would have succeeded with their plans, my ex-partner wouldn't have given it a second thought about what he did to me, and they, the third party and my ex-partner, eventually would have stolen everything. My ex-partner is a cheater, a liar, a manipulator, a troublemaker, a user, an abuser, and a two-faced man living a double life. He pretended to be committed and loyal to me when he really wasn't. He is a phony, someone you cannot trust, and yes, he's still in his ego. He, along with the third party, are guilty of what they have done because they have been found guilty by others. The real reason he wants to come back to me is so that it doesn't make him look as bad to others. He is trying to protect his reputation. He's in regret about ghosting me, then by ending the relationship, and him, not genuinely so, but because he got caught, and also of what is happening to them both, my ex-partner and the third party. They love themselves and their reputation. They're only interested in making themselves happy and not worried about whom they hurt along the way. They're selling a false image and lifestyle about themselves. Now, he wants to leave the third party that he's with because she is the complete opposite of me. She is treating him as my ex-partner treated me. He really thought that the grass was greener on the other side with her. He thought that I was replaceable. He wants to leave her and come back to me, thinking that time has healed all wounds. He knows what he did to me and was trying to put the blame on me for leaving him. In a narcissist's mind, he or she is never wrong. When I asked my ex-partner before we broke up to tell me the truth, he said, "Truth about what? I don't know what you're talking about." It's always someone else's fault. Him failing to take responsibility for his actions. The audacity of him to even think that I would have him back after all that he did to me. He's even researching about energy. He wants to come towards me presenting another perspective to catfish me because he's low on good juju, high vibing energy. I'm not going back to someone who mistreated and disrespected me. Yes, I've forgiven him, all my other enemies and myself. However, that does not mean that I need to reconcile and rekindle a romantic or even platonic relationship with him. My ex-partner was also jealous and envious of me. Instead of working together, growing together, building a life together, he was secretly competing with the person that loved him unconditionally, the person that he hurt. He thought that I was going to come back crawling towards him, asking for his protection, for his help or something. I really don't know what. However, I say what I meant and I meant what I said. I think he was used to getting his own way all the time and he didn't take me seriously. It wasn't a game to me. This just shows me that he does not understand how to treat or care about another person's feelings, let alone his own feelings. This, unfortunately, is part of the narcissistic personality disorder. I prayed to God. I forgave my ex-partner and my enemies, surrendering them to God. Do not say, "I'll pay you back for this wrong." Wait for the Lord, and He will avenge you. Proverbs 20 verse 22, the Holy Bible. I allowed God to deal with my situation, trusting in God's justice. My ex-partner put me through a dark night of the soul. Did he think that it was perfectly okay to hurt, betray and disrespect me? I think not. As I previously just mentioned, I have forgiven him and the others. However, I won't allow it to affect me any longer. I've been through enough. The sad part was that all these things were going on behind my back, unbeknownst to me. He wanted to control me then, and even wants to control me now, after I ended the relationship. He wants power over me and my life. He's thinking, if I can't have her, then no one else will. As previously mentioned, He is doing spell work to keep anyone else from entering my life, to keep me isolated and alone. This is because he still wants me for himself. He put me into a third-party situation without my knowledge for his own benefit. He thought he would have a more affluent life with her, the third party, instead of being with me. My ex-partner was driven by materialistic and financial greed and lust over real love. His other partner is a pretender, portraying herself to be someone wealthy and loving when she is not. She isn't the person whom he thought. She is using my ex-partner to get financially what she can out of him. She is not faithful to him. She does not love him. She is just using him for financial gain. This woman is putting him in a third-party situation with someone else. She is doing exactly what he did to me, taking advantage of me in more ways than one. He is now experiencing what I experienced with him. He's met his match and getting a taste of his own medicine. All I did was love him, the best way I knew how, and due to his immaturity and narcissistic tendencies, this is what I got in return. I have forgiven myself for what has happened, as I was blinded by love. Seeing the best in someone, the potential for long-term commitment, but not seeing the signs sooner, never thinking that this would have turned out this way. Was it that he couldn't decide who he wanted to be with, the third party or myself? Was he a coward because he wanted to be with a third party and couldn't tell me himself that he wanted to end the relationship with me? He ghosted me instead. Did he ghost me on purpose because he was spending more time with the third party, so that in turn I would eventually get upset and end the relationship with him, so he was free to go to the third party? Did he want to be with me and couldn't break up with the third party? Or did he want to have us both? He is the only one who can answer that question. What I can deduce from all that has happened to me is that my ex-partner wanted to be in a love triangle with the third party and myself, to continue to energetically siphon from me whilst being with the third party. I was the emotional caregiver, the high-vibing energy force, and in the past, a financial giver too. He put us two females in competition with each other, again unbeknownst to me. He was telling her all about me. This made his other partner jealous and envious of me, hating me, her venting to him about me, wishing that she was me, and because of all this, did spell work on me. I loved my ex-partner, and he decided to be with this other narcissistic partner. We all have free will. We all make our own choices. We will all have to deal with the consequences of those choices. Free will is the most important gift God gave us, and this is the reason why judgment by God is necessary. As God gave man the power of choice, God will judge man for the choices he made. Consequently, whoever rebels against the authority is rebelling against what God has instituted, and those who do so will bring judgment on themselves. Romans chapter 13, verse 2, the Holy Bible. If you do not follow the laws of God, being obedient as to how He wants us to act and live, then you are liable to the penalty of it all, the wrath of God for your disobedience. I have forgiven my ex-partner, I have forgiven myself, and he is no longer a part of my life. As I always say, onwards and upwards. Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path. Psalm 119 verse 105, the Holy Bible. I thank the Lord my God for being my spiritual compass, guiding me every step of the way on this journey called life. Whilst my ex-partner was seeing me, he would be siphoning my energy. This is what you call an energy vampire. The way this occurred was by him excessively demanding my attention and my emotional support. By me organically providing him with my nurturing and empathetic qualities, this simultaneously fed his ego. Then when my ex-partner saw the third party, my positive energy was being transferred from him to her and benefiting them both. In addition to this, she was and still is sending spell work my way because she is still jealous and envious of me. Not only does she want everything I own materialistically and monetarily, but all the loving attention I receive from others, my gifts and my talents. She is also jealous and envious of my ex-partner wanting to come back to me. Him, my ex-partner though, only wanting to continue to feed off me energetically and materialistically, living on easy street as the opportunist he is. If I allowed him back in my life, he would continue to try and get what he wants, and he'll then leave me again. This is to intentionally hurt me once more, to gain revenge on previously leaving him, when in actual fact, it was him that originally left and hurt me. Well, if the Lord has anything to do with all this, good luck with that. She is displaying demonic narcissistic tendencies, selfishness, being a puppet master, controlling and manipulative, and acting in a war-minded and militant fashion, not stopping until she gets what she wants. It is these evil spirit or spirits that reside within her that makes her do what she does. The devil is here to steal, kill, and destroy. My enemies have shown their true colours, their true characteristics, showing their selfishness, lust, and their greed. This female enemy, the third party, was also a copycat. My ex-partner was draining my energy, she then draining his energy, and in turn, she was building off of me. She wanted to build off from what I had accomplished, using my ideas and my creativity, and best of all, taking the credit for them. She was doing this for her own self-gain and self-interest. She's mad, very angry, because I'm not paying her any attention. I don't know her, nor do I want to. Furthermore, why would I pay attention to someone who is trying to hurt me by competing with me, undermining me, and doing dark magic to make my life unbearable, to the point of unaliving me? She wanted to completely destroy me so that I would be destitute, with ill health, physically and mentally, trying to cause me to have fear and paranoia, and send chaos in all my love connections. Ultimately, she did not want me to be here at all, so she could have my life. She is one narcissistically sick woman that is demonically possessed. She is attempting to damage my reputation out of jealousy and selfishness. It only matters to me how God sees me, my integrity, not what, according to her, the reputation I have. In James chapter 3 verse 16, the Holy Bible describes jealousy as, "For where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice." Whenever people are jealous or selfish, they are always causing trouble and doing every kind of evil. The devil knows that envy and strife destroy relationships and long-term friendships. He is aware that if he can create envy and strife between you and the ones you love, he can ruin those special relationships that God intended to be a blessing in your life. I've toiled, labored, struggled, gone through trials and tribulations. I've worked hard for what I've got. This third party resents me for that. Resentment escalates into jealousy. Jealousy escalates into envy. And then envy escalates into ridicule and defamation of character. It's all slander to discredit me, to keep me at a low level beneath her. Due to her jealousy, she used my energy as a stepping stone to turn other people against me, causing other people to fear me and to have doubts about me. She is envious of me and of my life. She is a gossiper, volatile, destructive, needy, codependent, and full of trickery. She's also dishonest, spreading lies, mocking me, influencing others against me, and was constantly trying to one-up me. She's a know-it-all, very rigid and full of drama. She's always worrying about looking perfect, thinking that she's perfect somehow, that she can do no wrong, and is looking for a scapegoat, someone to blame for her misery or her cluelessness or her lack of motivation. She sees me as being motivated, and it's easier just to turn people against me. It's easier for her to blame me and make me her scapegoat, because she would have to look at herself in the mirror, and that scares the heck out of her. She would have to look in the mirror and have to do some work on herself. It's easier to accuse me, blame me, to make me the scapegoat for her decisions, choices, lack of ambition, and her own nature. She undermines me because she blames me for her own choices and consequences. This only highlights her insecurities. You cannot blame other people for your own decisions. Take responsibility for your own actions. If you're not happy with a decision, then do something about it. Change the outcome. She made me a target because she was lost and unguided. She had no ambition and no clear direction as to where she was heading, but I did. I got creative and made things happen. She's not her authentic self and didn't have a clue where to start. She was just being jaded and fake. She feels threatened by me. I'm just being my authentic self, and she is desperate for attention and recognition. She resorts to copying and undermining me in order to seek attention. She seeks validation through her negative behaviour, that she portrays about me. Due to not being able to energy harvest from me any longer, it is draining her demons, and she wants the spotlight or attention to be put on her. Mind you, I'm not looking or trying to get attention here. She wants me to mention her so that she can gain clout. However, I'm not giving her the attention that she seeks. I don't even know her, for crying out loud, but she definitely knows me. Thanks, ex-partner. Her motives are self-serving. It's all about her. As I said before, why should I acknowledge the third party? Deep down, her intention is to cause me to lose any opportunity that comes my way, because if she can't be in the spotlight, having the attention on her, then she doesn't want me to be in the spotlight too. A narcissist always thinks that they are better than everyone else. It's a superiority complex showing its ugly face in that fake mask. Unfortunately, not everybody wants to see you win or succeed. She, being a third party and a copycat, and my ex-partner know that what they are doing to me is wrong. However, they turn a blind eye to it. They are jealous of me and are still to this day doing spell work and trying to leech off of my energy. They have been feeding off of my confidence. I wouldn't be surprised if she, the third party, sold her soul to the devil to ensure the dark magic that was sent or is still being sent to me would guarantee her getting what she wants. This includes everything I own materialistically and financially, inclusive of any spiritual gifts that the Lord has blessed me with. Call it destiny swapping, if you will. She is completely insatiable. Due to her jealousy and envy, she hates me, but at the same time wants to be me. The devil has no authority over me, as I am a covenant child of God. I am a victor and not a victim. Glory to God in the highest. Alleluia. Amen. They, my ex-partner and the third party, continued to siphon my energy so that they could steal my inheritance. The third party is a person who is so jealous and envious of me, wants to be me. She's being a copycat and has spiritually extracted my energy from my ex-partner for ideas, clout, to bring her luck, money, happiness and success. However, now that my ex-partner is not able to siphon energy from me anymore, the third party is draining his energy, depleting and sucking the life out of him.